Blog Talk Radio.
Good evening, everyone. This is me, Jonathan Alexander, and I'm here to host our show, Life, Laughter, Happiness. Today we have a full house. We have my co-host, Kelly. Are you there, Kelly?
Yes. Hello, everyone.
Hi. We have my other co-host, Barbara. Are you there, Barbara?
Yes, I'm here. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
We also have our two guests. The first one is Suki. Are you there, Suki?
Yep.
Hi. And we have our other guest, Karen Page. Are you there, Karen?
I am here. Hello, everybody.
Now, I thought what we could do, because, you know, it's sort of interesting, is introduce Karen and Suki to each other. Now, Suki, you told me that you use a picture. Is that correct?
Yeah, a lot of the time I do.
Have you ever seen Karen Page's picture?
I think you did send it to me. The one with the hat?
No, sweetheart.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
She wasn't wearing a hat.
I'm the one without the
okay.
hat.
Let me see. Just, I'll tell you what I think we could do to start it off, because we don't have callers yet.
Go to my website.
Why don't... What? You mean KarenPage.com? That's your picture?
Yep,
How about
that's
we
the
do
one.
this? Okay. To kind of give the other one an idea of what the other one does, why don't you go look at KarenPage.com, Suki, and get Karen's picture and maybe pick up on something, and then maybe while Karen is reading you, do you want to do that?
It's Karen.com?
No, KarenPage.com.
KarenPage.com.
Okay.
I was going to do EleanorRoosevelt.com, but it would have been way too confusing to explain to people.
Yeah. Do you have a Facebook?
Okay, just...
Yeah, but my website's easier. My picture's right on the front
Yeah,
page.
it might be the website.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll try it. I've only been on the internet for actually less than 2 years.
Oh, you're not missing
Okay.
anything, honey. Go to your
And
search
so,
engine and put in
I'm
KarenPage.com.
Okay, I will. I'm just worried I can't walk and chew gum at the same time.
Oh, you will.
It's okay.
I have great faith.
Okay.
I want to kind of give you to
Okay, hold on.
the two of you to one another to see what
Okay.
what you pick up. Okay, if you're okay with that, Zuki.
Oh yeah, sure. Okay, I'm looking her up real quick. KarenPage.com.
That's me.
Talking to my phone.
If it answers you, we're in trouble.
Okay. You see it?
I'm looking.
If I have a picture, I can text.
Oh God, I can't seem to connect with it.
It's right
you
on
see
the
your
opening
picture?
page. What, honey?
Is it right on the front page?
Go ahead and, yeah,
Right
I'm
on
gonna
the
go ahead
on the
and send
opening
it to you.
page.
Yeah.
I just sent you the picture.
You just sent me the picture?
Just now I did.
Okay.
Am I the only one that hears the Jeopardy theme song in the background?
I know.
Well, I just sent out my messages to everybody individually, so we might be starting to get callers. I guess they were waiting for me to let them know.
We will.
I just thought they would look on
Okay.
the page, but yeah.
Okay. All right. So do you get Karen's picture?
Yep, I got the picture. Yep, it's good.
Okay. Now, do you pick up on anything from the picture, or Karen always seems to be pretty happy. So, but
Yeah, that was one thing I picked up on. There's a little bit of a perpetual happiness. She's very gifted, so there's not a whole lot to pick up on as far as anything negative.
I understand.
Great aura.
Thank you.
A lot of light photons in that photo. There's a lot of light, so she'd be higher dimensional. And very gifted. She doesn't. I mean, she's one of those people that certainly doesn't look like the regular folks.
Well, I don't.
No.
What does that mean, honey?
Oh no. The regular folks on the planet, if you're not a starseed, you look different. Very much. The aura color is different. The way they hold their eyes is completely different. All the higher souls, their eyes from left to right are completely different. They're held differently. They look different. And those that are asleep, their eyes look fixed, pretty much. It's dead giveaway. Yeah.
Well, that is exactly what I look like in real life.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Now
that's good.
Normally, if we had questions, you would answer them as well. Okay, now Karen, it's your turn to read Suki. Suki, do you have any questions for Suki? Do you have any questions for Karen?
Oh well, yeah.
Go ahead, honey.
There's a lot I can think.
Well, I want to say I have to say something to you before you ask the question. Okay.
Okay.
I'm concerned about not your health, but you have some people around you that you care about very much, and they feel like they're close to you. And
yeah,
this is several. There are 3 people. These are older people. They're not 25.
Yes.
These are older people, and like your parents' age or
they're 82.
Older.
They're both 82.
Thank you. Okay, that I am profoundly concerned about their health.
Me too.
And there's not a nice way to say this, but one of them is. It's funny because it feels like the man. It's a man and a woman.
Yes.
And there is another man that also is in that age group that he just whistles while he works, that guy. I mean, he's Mr. Happy Pants. But
my father has myeloid cancer.
Okay, I was going to say he has where I was going with this is it feels like he is the one that is going to be leaving and has made peace with this. He's just fine with it. I mean, it's so funny. He wakes up in the morning and goes, "Are we there yet?" I mean, what the heck am I still doing here?
He has made peace with it, and that's why we're scared.
Why?
Do you see it? Do you see a time?
Well, it's pretty shortly, honey. I mean,
how shortly?
I'd say within the next 120 days, 4 months.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He doesn't want. He's not interested in sticking around and having to depend. This is a fiercely independent man that is so not interested in everybody having to do everything for him.
Well, they did stabilize his blood and everything, and he's taking this one. Let's see, what is that called? It's got a weird name. It's a cancer drug that keeps his blood numbers stable.
Yeah, I hear
and
what you're saying, but part of this also is what goes on between his ears. And you and I both know your father is very strong-willed.
Yeah, he's very
absolutely the sweetest person on the planet, but he is fiercely independent and has absolutely not the slightest interest in having to have somebody come in and give him a shower. No, thank you.
Yeah, I was hoping he would, live to see my book get published, but that won't be happening.
You and I both know he'll see it regardless if he's here or because the body's only the book cover. You and I both know
I know. Yeah.
that. Yeah. And with what your dad has been through in his life, this is the easiest part, his leaving.
Oh.
And I know.
I see the month of can you tell me what's in the month of December?
Well, that feels like when I'm concerned about your mother.
Uh-oh.
Well, that's why I told you
pass.
there's a man and a woman here.
She's in good health at the moment.
Right. Right.
You think something could happen to her?
I think she's already dealing with some health issues, but none of your business. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I
mean, you could ask her until you turn purple.
It's an alcohol problem. She drinks too much alcohol.
Well, but you know what? And at 82? What's the question?
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
She's in the Burger King phase where she can have it her way, and
yeah,
I mean, your dad was stubborn in his life, but boy, your mother made him look like the easygoing one.
Yeah. She's a nurse.
You bet.
She's the caretaker.
I know.
She's the nurse.
I hear you, and sweetheart, I would love to say to her, honey, you need to stop drinking, and she would look at me and go, at this point in my life?
Yeah.
She's not doing that.
Can you see anything about my health? When am I going to die?
Oh, honey, you're not going anywhere. You have a lot of work to do yet.
I have a lot of health problems, and I have to have a second surgery on my colon shortly.
Sweetheart, and this will help right a lot of what you've been dealing with for years.
Really?
They will finally get it right. Yeah.
Oh, because they got it wrong a lot.
I know. This time they'll finally get it right.
And I'll be okay?
Yes. Actually, the interesting part is you will feel better than you have probably in the last 30 years.
Wow. They told me I have to have this surgery every 5 years.
Oh, that's baloney. That's baloney.
This will be the second one.
Well, this
so maybe
feels
I can...
This feels like the last time you will have to have it done. This is going to fix what they didn't do right the first time, because
thank God.
Actually the first 2 times. But the truth is they really screwed it up because it was brand new and they didn't know what they were doing. You know, it's tough when we're the experiment, you know.
Yeah, and it's a very rare condition what I have.
Well, that's because we're special snowflakes.
Did that answer your question?
Oh, hey, I have a big one about money.
When's your book coming out? February?
I don't know. No, I have no idea. But I'm just curious if you see a sudden windfall ever happening.
Well, see, you have such fear connected to money. you know that's part of the problem.
Okay.
And the more that you feed that fear, the less you will have. You've not been living on a bus bench. It's miraculous that you still have a roof over your head, but somehow you've always made that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So far, I have managed to I'm just moving into my 4th house.
So my question to you is, why do you still have the fear about money and not know that you're always going to be taken care of?
Oh, I do know that I'll always be taken care of. I was just wondering if there'd be some random windfall of money.
Oh, sweetheart, that's not your journey. You know that. What are you talking about?
Oh.
Does that,
So I'm sorry, and I don't do lottery numbers and all that stuff. So.
Okay.
I did have some weird. Or no, wait. It was a family member. Several family members. Back in 2007. It was two people. These two sisters. They both had recurring dreams. It only lasted 1 week in January of 2007, and they both dreamed this really strange dream. And at the end of the dream, I get a lottery ticket. And there were numbers and weird things attached in this dream, and they matched the new numbers on my new address at my new house.
Isn't that interesting?
So I'm like, what is that about?
Well, it doesn't feel like it has anything to do with the lottery, sweetheart.
It's just the numbers matching up.
Well, no, it feels like that address was lucky for you.
Yeah.
That's what that represents.
Yeah, it does
you had
feel
a
like
choice of two, you had a choice of two different places to move, and you picked the right one. So, what's the question?
Yeah.
No, I was just.
So let's rock and roll next.
Okay. Yeah, we just think we have a caller. Are you okay with taking the callers to be?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
No
All right.
problem.
Area code 608. Area code 608. You're on the air.
Hello.
Hi. Area code 608.
Hello.
Yeah.
Radio silence.
Yeah, that's what I always say.
Anybody else there?
Okay, we'll put this. We'll just go to the next one here. Area code 484.
I can't wait to hear Karen talk.
Hello.
to people.
Hello. Hello.
Hi there.
Hello?
How are you?
We're good. How are you?
My name's Christopher. I'm a friend of Kelly's.
Hi.
Oh, my name's Suki.
Hello.
And we also have Karen.
Hi, Christopher. How are you?
All right. I'm curious about something. I have a question about a country I'm connected to, England.
Okay.
I've learned this very recently that I do, only this month after my mother died. Not on her side, but my dad's.
Mhm.
I learned that my connection will go stronger to this place. You think I will have any connection to any present-day relatives over there? If I keep doing my spiritual work, reconnecting with them?
This would be a good question for Karen, but I think yes.
Well, I think it's more than just a relative. It feels like, and they feel distant, but yes, there feels like there's a long family connection.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever done your DNA test?
Yeah, I have. I'm a descendant of Edward I. I am like less than 40 in line.
This feels like a long connection. And you have a lot of relatives over there. Actually, they're 3 separate families.
Yeah, I know of 2 of them, Mountbatten and George.
Well, there's another one.
Wow.
So when are you going?
Right now, I don't have a way to go.
Oh, you will. That will be made possible.
And with current situation, I'm inclined to, I probably would want to stay there.
Well, this is not right this minute. This feels like after summer next year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That would be kind of neat. Become British American.
I lived in London for a long time. I loved it.
Mine are further south, Buckingham and Essex.
All of those places.
Yeah, I'm mostly blue-blooded.
Good for you.
I have no idea. The reason why this makes me kind of weird and giddy is I don't know much about the royal family, even though they're like my distance.
Oh, honey, I'm so the wrong person to ask. Forgive me, but none of that has ever meant anything to me. It's like, God bless them. I wish them all the best, and there's enough people that want to know everything about them. I don't care. It's like you would have to ask somebody else.
Yeah, for me it's relevant.
Yes, absolutely. It's funny. I knew that when I was going the first time to see clients, it was so interesting because I looked out the window and I've never felt more at home in my life between there and New York. Those are the two cities that I felt most at home in. And I've been very blessed. I've lived all over the world. But my clients would say, I have to go to a meeting. I'm sorry to leave you here. Can I help you get back on? And it's like, oh, don't worry about me, honey. I'll find my way back. And it was like I had been there a week earlier, but I felt so at home there. There's a big history with a lot of people that became the diaspora and moved all over the world,
I didn't know I was English diaspora until like a week ago. On my male side, on my patrilineage, on my female, it's French.
Well, I am sure that you will reconnect with a whole bunch of your gene pool.
But I've been interested in the French side until like a week ago all my life, because I look exactly like. You heard the name Albert Grimaldi?
Oh, of course.
Him and I look alike. You can ask Kelly that. Her and I looked into that.
Yeah, it's really weird. It's like, wow, you can definitely tell you're related.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it'd probably be. Yeah, and you'll be surprised what countries he's of.
Isn't it Monaco?
Correct.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, you've now heard the extent of my historical knowledge.
Yeah, it sounds like I need to eventually work with a specialist on this stuff.
I think you definitely should, because you'll be astonished with the amount of family bloodline connections that are there.
Yeah, I only, all the psychics I've worked with really only work with people that are not really into this. I know, so I need to find. I have not been able to find someone who really knows about the hereditary bloodlines at all.
Well, that I couldn't tell you. I don't work with that either. But I'm sure if you put it out there in the ether, somebody will show up. The right person will show up.
Yeah, I noticed that. I've done that before, and it was an amazing result.
Well, don't stop now.
Yeah, I've come this far. I found out what I am. Might as well. Everybody needs to know about the lineage and make use of it somehow, even just for spiritual knowledge.
Well, that would be a wonderful thing. I think it would also bring you great peace.
It would.
Yeah. because it's like a missing piece for you.
Yes.
So please don't wait.
I won't wait. In fact, I've been working on this, and I've worked on a little bit about this with Kelly, and we blew up our computers.
Yeah, that was when I had to replace my phone, and they said the motherboard fried.
And my computer.
Whiz, no wonder why.
Yeah.
My computer completely went black.
That's hilarious. It was like, enough of this. Will you just get on a plane and come over and visit us?
Yeah.
It was like Kelly knew from the way it was shown in the spirit box section that I was royal, and they said that they were. Then I was freaked out. Then.
Okay. Does that mean we're all supposed to call you Your Highness?
I'm an American right now. No way.
Okay, just checking. You know.
But when that was discovered, me and Kelly's equipment went berserk.
Well, it was sort of like, nope, you have to come investigate in person, Chris.
Yeah.
And then I had like 3 or more different sessions like that since then. And everybody I worked with had computer problems, and I did.
Oh, that's like, it's funny. I was telling somebody earlier I can't wear watches because they either gain a whole bunch of time moving fast forward, or they stop and just are useless from that moment on. And that's the electrical energy you carry.
After my computer blew up this time,
all the time.
And
Kelly?
on the reboot, I was on British
My
time.
mom had that happen with watches. She couldn't wear watches because
it's been that way. It's been that way since I was a kid, and it's so funny. I had one that worked. I always think God was laughing at me. It worked for a short period of time, and then I thought maybe the battery went dead. So I went to a jewelry store. I was living in New York at the time. And I went to a jeweler, and I had the battery replaced and put the watch on. And by the time I crossed the street, it had gained an hour and 40 minutes.
Oh, my God.
From the light, and I just burst out laughing. I was like,
you know what
I get it.
You know what happened to the clock on my computer after it rebooted, after it died?
I'm sure it's a big surprise. What could that be?
I was -0 Greenwich Mean One time. I was British summertime. It was set at.
Well, of course. That makes perfect sense to me. You had family visiting.
After it exploded and reset, it was like at 4 hours ahead.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. I love it.
I'm that connected over there?
You know that.
3 families.
Yeah, what are you waiting for?
Wow. Yeah.
Wow. You have any idea what the third one is like?
Sorry, I just work here. No, honey, I don't.
Sounds like you're going to be up researching, Chris.
And this type of lineage, I have no clue about how I work with it.
Yeah, but you will find out. You will find out.
Wow.
Chris, does that answer all your questions, Chris?
Yes, sir, and thank you for taking my call. Well, I hope you have a great night, all of you.
You too.
Thank you. I'm excited to find out what you find out.
Bye.
Is a friend of Barbara's, and it's area code 480. Now, this is Brian. Are you there, Brian?
I am.
What a
you
great
texted
voice.
me your picture.
Yeah.
You texted me a picture. Zuki, it might be better that you text Zuki. Zuki, do you mind giving your number on the air, or do you want me to just send you the picture directly?
I don't know, whatever.
I tell you what, I'll save the picture. It would only take me like a second to do it. And then his name is Brian. We have him on the phone.
Yep. Hello.
Hello.
Hi there.
I'm Suki.
Hi. You already know my name.
Okay.
Here's where we play and go, I'll bet it's Brian.
I know. Hi, Karen.
Hi, Brian.
Okay, I just sent you a picture of the person we have on the phone right now. His name is Brian. Okay.
Okay. Hold on.
This picture, you can see a man with the reddish beard and a red red shirt. Now, when you ask a question, it's going to go to both Karen and Zuki. So they're both going to try. They're going to do see if they can both try to give an answer to the question, and or at least their opinion. What's your question?
No, okay. Well, I didn't realize that was the angle we're going, so I'll just have to shift gears here real quick then. No, Karen, we talked a lot,
matter.
but
It's just that the floor is open to the both of them. You understand?
Yeah. Well, I was a little curious what Barbara was talking about earlier with the, whatever she said, animal you guys were talking about. It really had my interest. Is it Zuki or Suki? I couldn't understand.
Suki, with an S.
Suki. Okay. But anyways, I sent the picture in because I was going to see, she said all you need is like the picture for I don't understand because I was kind of trying to listen to everything at once.
Chewing gum and walking.
Certainly tell, I can certainly tell you're a very peaceful person by looking at the photo.
I feel like
very
it sometimes.
Down to earth, very, very peaceful person, very, methodical about everything you do. You think things through very carefully. No decisions are made hastily.
No, not usually.
No. Things,
pretty accurate.
You'd be great for negotiating because you're extremely logical, but also you have a good sense, like a sixth sense. And so you should always be the leader of, a debate. Because you're able to see both sides. You'd make a good judge, for sure, in legal situations.
Probably the last thing on the planet he would desire to be in this life.
Yep.
You'd make a good
exactly
one,
what I was thinking. Yeah. Yep. I used to want to be in law enforcement a long time ago, but no, I don't think that's my.
You'd make a good cop. You'd make a good investigator. You'd make a good judge. Oh yeah. Yeah, just because you're just and fair.
Well, okay. Well, so am I in the right spot now then with what I'm doing now? Yeah.
Yes. I think that the groundwork was laid for you in this lifetime, and you went right toward what you were supposed to be doing.
Nice. That's comforting.
You just had to wait for the laws to catch up.
Literally.
Literally.
I think that you, on some level, even, much earlier in life, knew your mission and were driven in certain directions. It wasn't like a big question mark.
It's just insane to think of, even where I am and how I got here and how my life was nowhere near this type of, lifestyle.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Well, the funny part is
I'm in the right spot.
When we can get out of the way, it's amazing that how much of our life works out so much better than we could have ever imagined.
Very true.
Yeah. And you're finally not listening to everybody else's, you need to do this and do that, and all those critical voices. And you're finally going for it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
He's good at rooting out liars and bad guys.
Boy.
Thieves. I just heard thieves. Okay, there has to be something with this. The word thieves was emphasized. Did something happen in that regard? That's bad. Did someone take advantage of you really bad?
If
at
they
one
did,
time?
I may not know it. I mean, are you talking like, I mean, I guess, my first relationship, yeah, for sure.
I see.
But that was a while ago.
I see someone taking from you, stealing energy or whatever they could get. Thief of hearts.
That was
thief of
Suki. I think
thief
that
of
was
everything.
long ago and far away in another galaxy. I think his life is profoundly different now.
Yeah. I see earlier on, though, someone taking advantage of him in some way. But you're good at picking them out, rooting them out. You can pick out the bad ones, the liars, the manipulators really, really quickly.
Yeah, I
you
do
mean
feel like
those
sometimes.
people exist in the world?
What?
Right.
No. If they do, I find them.
That's my going blonde. No.
He can smell these people for miles.
Isn't it amazing? That's such a gift.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's no bullshit.
That is a gift.
But
yeah, he has a sixth sense about all these kind of people.
I felt that sometimes, but didn't think that was a thing.
Well, the funny part is it feels like he has such heavy protection from the next world.
Mhm.
Oh.
You have serious protection.
Yeah.
Wow.
And things
well, that's good.
Yeah, no kidding, honey. When you would have been in deep doodah, you've been saved from yourself.
Yeah, you're a high soul. A very high soul.
Not high
That's
like
a good
that,
thing.
Brian.
Right. Only on the weekends.
I couldn't resist. It was too easy. Oh, God.
Well,
we're here through Thursday, folks.
yeah, right. But no, I'm really excited to be able to talk to you guys, both of you and Karen Page again. It's crazy how I'm always coming back to Karen when
Isn't
Karen's
that
on.
funny?
Yeah,
well,
conveniently every time.
We probably knew each other in another life.
It's weird because your name is your persona. I looked you up. That feels like that sometimes too. That's weird.
Yeah, well, it's so interesting because I told Barbara how sweet I thought you were, and you're just such a lovely guy, and I felt like I knew you. Isn't that funny?
I know, that's what I felt too. Yeah, I'm not even joking. That's weird.
No, that's what it feels like, and you say that to people that don't understand that, and they go, sure.
Yeah, exactly, and that's funny. That's so funny because I feel like I do that a lot with people. Yeah,
well,
I feel like I know this person from somewhere, but I can't shake it. But usually I do.
Yeah, and it has nothing to do with this life.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, that makes a head spin when you think about it.
Well, but I think that our soul is the one that's on the journey. This is just a big classroom. And we hope that we can complete a lot of the things that we're supposed to do so that we don't have to keep coming back here and doing it all over again. Maybe we can get it right this time,
Good analogy.
I like that
that's
too,
what it's always felt like, because if you look at people that have never learned anything in their life and you go, why do you keep repeating that? Haven't you learned anything?
Yeah.
You know,
Live and learn.
men and women that are in abusive relationships and they keep picking the same type of person. You look at him and go, duh. You know? And you can make a different choice anytime between your ears, you know.
Wow.
So it just feels like, it's funny. I told Barbara the first time we spoke that I felt like I knew you. You're such a sweet guy.
I appreciate that. I try to sometimes. You know what I mean?
No,
we talked about that on one of the
you
first
have a
shows.
beautiful heart. And your intentions are clean, which is really lovely.
Good.
It's true. It's a rare and beautiful thing, my friend.
You know, I've been my entire life. That's always been my goal, is to be the better person. And you know, I always feel like you can always better yourself. You know what I mean?
Isn't
So
that
if you're doing
what
good, you can do it better.
You get it then.
Yeah.
You get it.
So.
Yeah.
That's why.
And in
the words of that great sage Lady Gaga, just born that way. Yeah. It's a good song too, you know?
Yep, that's the truth. Well, do you have any other questions for us?
I don't think so. Not the moment.
Well, okie dokie, be that way.
I don't know.
Well, you were talking about animals. You wanted to see which one was your animal.
Yeah, because I guess you and Barbara had done something, a few days ago or whatever.
Yeah,
with
that
Suki?
would be a Suki question.
Yeah.
For some reason, I can channel animals.
They've always said lovely things about you, Suki.
I didn't know I could do it that well, but
isn't that amazing?
I'm a weird one.
No,
you're a weird animal.
Weird.
I'm a weird one. I'm a light channel, and so I invoke the light, to do what I do. And for some reason, animals are easier.
Yeah, but that's about trust.
Yeah.
You know, they look at you and kind of go, "Oh, there she is."
Yeah. For some reason, I can communicate really easily with them.
Well, and a lot of the animals are a lot easier to deal with than some of the human beings we deal with.
Oh yeah. Always.
Do you see any when you see his photo, do you know, like for me it was mermaids all over the place and scorpions in the eyes and things. Do you see anything for Brian?
Let me take a quick look. See what I can see.
Because I think that's what he was asking about. You know, when Barbara was talking about being a blue avian and things like that, he was curious. Am I right, Brian?
Yes, you're exactly correct.
Okay. I'll just jump on in there and ask it for you. Because I know,
sometimes I don't know how to ask the question. You know what I mean? It's like, I kind of know what I want, but I don't know how to ask that.
Yeah, I kind of got that sense from you. So I'm like, sure, let me step in because I'm pretty sure that was what we started talking about and didn't know how to use, the verbiage to get there. So, and I know that happened.
Thanks for the help.
And especially no problem. When everything's new, it's like, what do I even call that? Yeah.
Absolutely.
That falls in the tough being human category.
Yeah.
It's like a bird between the eyes for sure.
Wow.
Oh yeah. There's an eagle on the forehead.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't get any eagles.
What?
Oh, he has a bird front and center.
I didn't get any eagles. What?
There's a bird front and center on his nose.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm off taking a look here.
So.
And?
Yeah, this is an avian. Yes, this is an aquatic. I would say aquatic avian. Where are we finding all these avians?
Apparently we attack him here at Off
We found each other.
Wow.
I'm like the only one that's not an avian.
It's the least amount of starseeds for avians. This guy's very much an avian. There's an eagle spread perfectly across the forehead, bird on the nose, bird on the cheek, lots of birds everywhere. And there was a really cool one on the cheek with a humanoid one. So he's a pretty high-dimensional avian.
Wow.
These
where
birds,
we know each other from.
Yeah, these birds looked humanoid to me. So he's a higher realm avian.
Wow.
Sounds
yeah,
really
the
cool.
higher ones are humanoid, but they have the bird features and the wings and everything. As you go higher in the dimensions, if you're born a blue avian and as you rise up, you still have some bird-like features, but you just ascend into kind of a different body as you go higher.
Wow.
But yeah, very cool avian.
Sweet.
From what I could
said,
just see.
Cool.
And yeah, actually one of those I pulled from your eyes, the center of your eye. The eyes are one of the best places to pull Akashic records.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it
I
wasn't
I
the
also
least
think
bit painful, was it?
I'm sorry?
It wasn't the least bit painful, was it?
No, I was like, that's like
See,
I said.
she
it
pulled
sounds
that
like
right
cool
through
thing.
from your eyes, and boom, there you are.
And you also, you're very, air. I'm a blue avian that has explored the aquatic. I did my time in 4th and 5th in the constellation of Sirius as a dolphin. But on yours, it looks to me like you really enjoy the air and have spent just a lot of time in your avian self, for sure. As well as the water, though, too. But you're full-on avian, or basically you could say you've returned, you've done your time and returned to your soul family. In the 6th dimension.
In the 6th or 5th?
6th.
What did you say? 6th. That's
You're 6th. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, those images look like 6th dimension. Yeah. Yeah. So you're flying high.
Oh, good. That sounds like a good thing.
Also, I think there's luck attached to you as well.
What attached?
Luck. I kept hearing good luck.
People tell me that all the time.
Yeah, I feel like your life has been lucky, but that there's been too many situations where luck just seemed to arrive at the right time.
He's got serious protection from the next world.
Yeah. And so this means you've created some very good karma, and in certain situations it was always going to save you. And since you have such amazing positive karma, you're going to continue to be very protected that way. Because
well,
you're important.
I have to say something, Suki. It feels like you coming into the world, Brian, was pretty miraculous as it was. Even you being born. And it feels like what Suki's saying has just followed suit with that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's an important starseed. And there's a lot of light photons on your the amount of light photons on your forehead's amazing. You know, it's really astounding. Which certainly suggests that you've already ascended in your body.
So what does that mean?
So you won't have to, get your ascension key after you die. You've the Earth is going through the ascension right now, and into the fourth, and we're getting all those solar flashes and flares coming our way, and it's raising the the heartbeat of planet Earth, and it peaks around the 16th, 17th, and 18th of each month, and the energy gets really strong, and around that time, there's been many groups of starseeds that are suddenly ascending, higher in this plane while they're still in their bodies, rather than dying and getting their ascension keys later, to the new world. It feels to me like you've ascended already. And when an ascension happens, you would feel a very strong energy, maybe like waking up in the night, wondering if you're floating above the bed. You would just feel really light, like you're skipping through the day. And when it happened to me, I felt high, like it was very weird. Just went around with this crazy aura, like just really high, like my vibration went crazy, for like 3 straight days. I'd wake up in the middle of the night and think I was floating above the bed. And so ascension, and it's really great energy to feel. If you feel it coming in, breathe it in. It's great. It's healing. It's amazing. Yeah.
That's interesting. So should that have happened, or that annoying dog?
I think it has.
You think it has?
Oh, wow. For sure. Because just looking at your photo, there's just no way that it didn't, because there's too much light. It coming from Arizona? Your crown, and third eye. There's just so much light.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't have to worry about anything like that.
Okay. All sounds good. Thank you so much.
Does that answer your questions, Brian?
Yeah, that was pretty much all of it. I do appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
That was a great one. You made it easy for us, by the way.
Oh, good.
The higher souls are so much easier to read.
Yeah.
They're present.
Well, very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Rock and roll time.
Now,
yeah.
All right.
Barbara, are you there? Barb, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi. Yeah, Barbara. Hey.
Okay, we have another person that wants to call in. Is that okay?
Yes. That's fine.
Okay. Okay, thanks, you guys. You guys can talk until he calls in, okay?
Okay, great.
I'm really infatuated with Karen's ability to see things in the future.
Do you like it, Suki?
Yeah, I like it.
Well, you can, join our chat room. She's in there all the time. She's in there all the time. We'd like to see you there.
Okay.
I want to help a fellow OCD-er out. So, am I to ascertain that you are having fun this evening?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, you must be psychic, Jonathan.
I am. Yeah, I'm very.
Well, I know the first time.
I love
the first time
hearing.
she was really, really nervous, and
I love
wanted
hearing
to
her
know if she
future
was
stuff.
doing-
Do you
It's so
think it
interesting.
would help?
It's
Do
so
you think it would
interesting.
help my father if I prayed for him a lot?
Help him what, honey?
Get better? I mean, for a time?
Sweetheart, that's not what this is about. Do you remember the first thing I said to you, that he's made peace with this?
Yeah, but we've asked him to please hang on for a little bit longer.
Honey, he's going to hang on for as long as he's supposed to be here.
Okay.
And
that's all I need to know.
Yeah, it is, because he is the last person that I would ever want to feel guilty about leaving.
Oh, yeah.
You know, your dad is a truly lovely man.
Yeah,
and
he was a Boeing executive.
Well, he's been there for so many people that, excuse me, didn't deserve it. Some of them, you know. And
actually, he was SSP, Secret Space Program.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
My very first boyfriend was a rocket scientist that worked on all that stuff too.
Yeah. They brought him to New Mexico to reverse engineer some downed reptilian craft.
Woohoo!
Wow.
Yeah.
And he said, "I'm rocking." Well, he hasn't done
very,
sound
very
like he's
remarkable
missed a
life.
thing, honey. Yes. And for him to have to, for his body to go through 1 calorie of pain, or inability to be independent. That
actually, he's very independent.
I know he is, sweetheart. That's what I said to you earlier.
Yeah.
Karen,
it's like this is a guy that I would.
Yeah,
well,
he's
because what he's what he's dealing with is excruciatingly painful, and this is a man that is always fine, and this is so difficult for him. What, honey? Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, we haven't seen him this grumpy in a while.
Yeah, and it's difficult for him to be that way.
Yeah.
He doesn't like it, you know?
Yeah, he doesn't.
He's usually the guy that can fix everything for everybody.
Right.
And this is a very, very uncomfortable situation for him to be in.
Yeah,
I know.
And
so, Kelly, are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you sort of agree with all this, or do you have anything to add? Or
I know that my mom, she wasn't able to vocalize it in the end, but I do know when she passed, when she was cognitive and could talk about it, you know, months in advance, and then, you know, right up until, you know, she couldn't, it was, you know, very hard for her to let go and, you know, leave this body, this life.
But she felt like she was never done here.
Yeah, she was feeling like, well, what about Kelly? How's Kelly going to handle this?
Yeah.
And so I'm sure that your dad would feel the same way. But, you know, what I did with my grandfather and I did with my mom was we let her know that if it was her time, that she could go with our blessing, but if it wasn't her time and she wanted to stay, we were fine with that too. We just didn't want her to feel like she had to stay.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's
I'm just
something that would be helpful.
Well, he's still golfing and doing like all the things he did before.
Yeah, and I hear you.
And
sweetheart,
he doesn't
unfortunately,
look sick. It's weird.
I know, but what he's dealing with is very aggressive.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the issue, and it doesn't, it looks like everything's fine, but this unfortunately is an inside job,
Yeah.
and he knows how serious it is. I want him to enjoy every minute of it because he's a spectacular human being.
Yeah, he looks so good, but he's not fine.
No, he's not, honey.
But he wants everybody to think he's fine. He doesn't want people to worry about him.
That's exactly well. He doesn't. He's not the guy that has the slightest interest in being a burden to anybody in any way. That's why I said to you, this is not the guy that wants somebody to have to help him take a shower. It's not him.
He wouldn't let
it would end up being
What, sweetheart?
Yeah, he would never.
Yeah, eventually it would end up being like that because it's not going to go away.
No, unfortunately it isn't, honey.
Yeah, we're just hoping he'd look this good for a long, sometime longer.
And sometimes it's hard to let him go when you don't see it,
But
when they aren't.
But I have to say something. Yeah. We cry selfish tears.
Yeah.
Your dad has had an enormous life, sweetheart.
Oh, I know.
He impacted millions of people's lives.
Mhm. True.
And does it get any better than that? I mean,
yeah, he did amazing work.
Oh, isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
Things that outlive the book cover.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he had a very, very amazing life. Very different.
Yes, he has. And he truly has not missed a thing.
No, he saw it all.
Yes,
Good
he has.
That would be cool. You could write a book. You could write a book while he's still cognitive about his life.
Or you do interviews with him.
I can't. I actually can't because of his involvement, with the alien craft.
Yes, a lot of it is
he
highly
actually told me. Yeah, he actually told me that not to have my real last name on the book and not to tell people about his occupation.
What occupation? It's not a. I'm.
You could
he thinks they'll figure it out.
Words of wisdom and things about everyday life and growing up with him. You could do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I plan to do that. He just doesn't want his occupation or last name revealed.
I don't blame him.
That. Yeah.
Because
he
the work
worked
he was doing
he's worked with such highly sensitive information.
He was the vice president of the Boeing company.
Well, I always think if we were supposed to know that information, we would know it.
Yeah.
Some things. Thank you. And some things just aren't our business.
Yep.
Yeah, he
actually,
was very up there.
There was a comedian one time. He told a joke. He said that how in high school he really hated word problems because he felt that they were a complete violation of other people's privacy. Is it really any of my business how many apples Mr. Jenkins gets at the grocery store?
That's great. That is great.
I mean,
do you think my dad is worrying unnecessarily?
Honey, I think he's trying to live every day as if it was his last. He is under no illusion about what he's dealing with. He's a realist. But what he doesn't want is anybody else crying for him.
Yeah.
It is that is that's exactly what he doesn't want.
Mhm.
And I beg of you, if you have the opportunity, to take 1,000 pictures with him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I've light treated him a couple of times, and was hoping. It did seem to help for a while.
Good.
But I haven't been in the vicinity, but I will be. I'll be there around June 10th.
Good. I want you to take about 1,000 pictures with him.
Okay.
And video's good, because then you can hear his voice.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great idea, Kelly.
Yeah, video. Yeah, I hang on to that I have from my grandma. Yeah.
That is
a
beautiful idea.
Yeah.
I love
Barbara,
that.
So I'll be living there with my family shortly. And my kids are there too.
Oh, does it get better than that?
Huh?
And please, I beg of you to take pictures with your dad and with everybody.
Yeah, the whole family.
That's right.
Mhm.
It's like I see the month of December highlighted for some reason.
Honey, don't go there right now.
Yeah. I just keep seeing 12, 12, 12 the number 12. I'm a numbers
try to
person.
do a generational picture with as many people that can be there as possible.
That is such a beautiful idea.
Yeah.
That is such a beautiful idea, Kelly.
Maybe we can get the whole family up for Christmas. Who knows?
That would be cool.
I wish it for you, sweetheart.
Hello?
Okay.
Oh, thanks.
We have a caller
We
on
have,
the air.
what do we have, Jonathan?
We have a caller on the air. His name is Austin. Are you there, Austin?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
How
Austin,
are
go ahead and
you?
ask a question.
How you doing?
Hello.
Hey, Karen.
Hi, Austin. How are you doing?
Good. How you been?
Every day's a good day, honey.
It is what you make it.
That's right. The eyes we look at it through. What's going on? You have a question for me or Suki?
Yeah. Just
cool.
Am I on the right path of life so far?
Yes, and it's very interesting. You're in such an interesting period in your life of really clearing the past, and getting rid of all the things that are so unnecessary to be dealing with anymore, and that includes people.
Yeah.
Because, sometimes we need to take out the trash, and let people leave our life. Doesn't have to be angry. It's just whatever you were supposed to do together is done. And it feels like you have 3 or 4 of those people that, how do I say it nicely, don't have your best interests at heart. And you have carried them over the years, and it's enough already. And there doesn't need to be any big declaration. It just, quietly you can let them go. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean?
Per se, like friends? Or
Well, you've been their friend. They have not, unfortunately, always been yours.
Yeah.
You know exactly
who
I mean. 2 of them in particular, it's like, what the heck are you still there for them for? And when you let them go, it makes room for people that will truly be your friends, that you guys will grow old together and laugh and make a million memories together.
Okay. That sounds like a good life.
Yeah. Oh, you're coming into the fun part of the program, honey.
I'm ready for the fun part.
Oh, boy. No kidding.
Been stressing. Time for the fun now.
Well, you've had the last 3 years I wouldn't wish on somebody I didn't like, where it's been just one thing after another, and you're finally, and it feels like by the end of July, you will have finished taking out the trash. You know? And there is also an unfinished, not in a bad way, but a conversation that you need to have, it feels like with your mom.
I knew you were going to say that.
Sorry, honey. You must be psychic then.
Huh.
So that's my 2 cents. You have any other question? And by the way,
I don't know now.
that conversation will work out better than you think.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's really
Don't
good.
dread it. She really loves you.
Oh, I know.
Yep.
Just had to have some time to settle the things that were in the background and kind of cleared up now.
Oh, I like it. That's what I'm talking about.
So
it will be so freeing for you, because it really has been, especially this last couple of years, has really been like the background music, you know? And you don't need that anymore. Well, you know, there's been this undercurrent of stuff that you need to have this conversation with your mom. And it will be so freeing for both of you, because I know how much she loves you. And I always think it's all the things we don't say, you know, and you need to take the opportunity to have the conversation with her.
Yeah.
Please, my friend?
I see that. So, saying I should reach out to her?
Yeah. She'll surprise you in a really positive way.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's about time. What the heck you waiting for, dude?
Yeah.
This
Probably
is by the end of July. This really feels like it feels like the whole energy changes around you and just opens up like a tuna can, you know?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna jump out of that can.
I'm telling you, it feels like all of a sudden everything opens up.
That's good.
Oh. Well, you've
really
worked
good.
hard for this. You have worked hard for this. And this is the last, you know, little bits of it. So of the house.
Worked for this? Do you mean by like the career? My career program?
No, I'm talking about life. You have really worked for this, you know? And it's very interesting because you and Brian inevitably try to do the right thing, you know?
Oh, yeah.
There are
Always.
similarities between the two of you that are really beautiful qualities. And
yeah, I think that's how we get along so well for our age difference.
Yeah, you're both lovely. And it's time for you to start having some fun. You know, it's like things are going to change in such amazing ways. You're going to be doing the happy dance starting the end of July. I want pictures of that, by the way.
The happy dance.
The happy dance.
That's Kelly's favorite saying, happy dance, isn't it,
That's
Kelly?
funny. Mine too. It's one of mine too. I'll be doing the happy dance in the living room. So aside from that, as they say, nothing, honey.
What about what's the picture thing for?
The what, sweetheart?
You texted. I think he's asking me because see.
Oh,
he
for
texted
Suki.
me the picture,
Yeah.
But that's Suki. You need to text Suki, not me.
Oh,
but I
okay.
could send the.
We don't have
Do you want me to
Suki's
send?
number, though, Johnny. He didn't have Suki's
Okay.
number. Can you forward it to her, please, real quick?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Photograph?
Let me do that.
Thank you, because he was excited to know what he is. Because everybody's talking about, what were you, Brian?
Okay, let me do that real quick here.
Oh, and I'm a blue avian, and everybody wants to know.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
And
right
I'm
now.
a pickled herring.
Wow.
There.
Sounds good.
I know.
Okay, here's the picture. It's on its way. I just sent it.
Yay.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's not like I'll be able to give a full Akashic records or anything like. It's just a quick look,
Okay, yeah.
to just to see what I can see there. So hang on.
Well, I know everybody has to be hearing the Jeopardy theme song now. It's
Yeah.
not just me.
Yeah.
Okay. It got so quiet.
And I'm really glad that Suki is having
I was
fun.
just about to ask
I'm
how
glad that
everybody's
Suki
day
is having
was.
fun. I'm glad Suki is enjoying herself. In the beginning, was she's not nervous.
And now we're all at the party.
Yeah.
So, how have you been, Austin? Anything new?
It's been pretty good.
Good. You been hanging out, being your groovy self?
Yeah, just kind of hanging out, and then got to get some more parts for my truck so I can, my SUV, so I can start fixing that up.
Woohoo! I like it.
So I want to complete my end goal with it. So, but it's gonna take a little bit for that goal.
Nice. Oh yeah.
It's down the road.
But it's coming. It's coming, my friend. It's so interesting how it feels like you look so much happier to me at starting the end of July. Everything becomes easier.
That'll be nice.
Oh.
So I've been pushing pretty hard for a while.
Oh, honey, you sure have. You sure have. And you've earned it.
I hope so.
Yeah, well, I have a pretty good track record.
Well, that's always good to have.
Yep. And I always tell people, do I look like I can run real fast?
Maybe.
I could, but why? And you don't know me, but
Me?
you do know me, and I simply will not make something up to make someone feel better. It's not who I am, and it's not what I do. And I always tell people, if that's what you want, please go find the gypsy on the pier. I'm not that girl.
Suki, did you get the picture?
Yeah, his is a little more complicated.
Okay.
There was a couple angelic figures, but it's different. There was some, for sure, the constellation of Lyra. Some Lyran figures there, and what looked like a council room with people sitting around a table. In one of his eyes, but definitely the constellation of Lyra. And in that constellation, there's human-like and feline both, and they lived together there. It looked to me like I saw both mostly human-like, but his photo is so interesting, so interesting. I like.
Interesting as in.
You might as well put Egypt right across his forehead. You know, I just I felt Egypt and Egyptian symbols and everything, the whole thing associated with his photo.
That's so interesting.
Yep. And past life, you were there in Egypt. Yep, for for multiple lives. I would say probably 11,000 years ago, around that time.
I'm sure you have a notebook filled with that information.
Me?
Don't you, Austin? Yeah.
Oh.
No. Oh, that's awesome.
I'm sure you took notes then. Come on.
I don't think so.
No?
Also, I felt Mars. So I felt like you've been associated with the planet Mars, either worked on it or, you know, fought a war there or something, or helped. And it feels to me like there was a war that involved Mars a long, long time ago.
Mars?
And you were
going to space?
Yeah. Yes, a space war. I think you may have been involved in the one, you know, with the Dracos and the Archons, in the past. Definitely, there's a Mars feeling there, as if you've helped that planet in some way. With the space wars that went on back in the day. Yeah, there was a lot of bad things. The Draconians and the Archonians, you know, waged war and, you know, wanted to take over and control everything, including Earth. And there was a war. It was pretty bad. With the ET races and the Dracos, or the bad guys, the reptilians.
So
or
at
least
the
the bad
side
reptilians.
bad side?
You're on the good side.
Oh, yeah. Okay, good. We went up fight,
yeah,
right?
not a reptilian. No. I also feel like you fought a war associated with Lyra, because they were attacked thousands of years ago, and a good portion of the Lyran, you know, the planets in that constellation were destroyed.
In Libra?
Lyra. In the
Lyra.
constellation of Lyra. Lyra, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do see a correlation with Lyra and also like the war there. So I think, you know, he's been instrumental, kind of like a commander, general, that type. Instrumental in these wars. Also like engineer, like do you build things?
I mean, I don't take my truck to shops. I do all the work myself.
Right. That's what I'm thinking. You're do it yourself everything.
Everything? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know. Yeah, but
the only way I will
so,
pay
like,
somebody to do it is if I have zero time to go do it.
But even more so, you're inventing as you go. It's like you're inventing different ways.
I always
as
have
you
good
go
ideas.
along. I think this goes back to your engineering with craft and helping with the war. Oh, I just heard weaponry. Okay, they're saying it was involved in also creating new weaponry. Like or shields. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Shields, weaponry. So you helped in the building of these things and creation, invention of the weaponry, shields for the craft. Very instrumental in this, in these
for
wars.
The craft. Like.
But for everything, you helped other people with their craft. You shared information. you invented these parts for the craft, but also a way of doing things. Like, I see you like a commander, a general, definitely. Yeah.
Huh.
In multiple situations.
Yeah.
And ancient
I get
also.
a lot of people like looking at me towards like what to do kind of things.
I just heard Mayans, the word. Someone just said the Mayans. So I'd have to. Usually, when I take a look at a photo really in depth, it takes quite a while, a couple of hours. But since I just heard the Mayans, you may have some past lives as well as, a lot of association with in the past with the Mayans. And also the Mayans, they didn't all die off. There's a large group of them that live, on the inside of the planet. Like Avalon, like those places. In the inside of planet Earth, there's caverns and there's whole, there's people, that live there, like the Anshar, who say that we are what, or they are what we evolved to in about 50,000 years. But they're currently living on the inside on a different timeline, but yet it's the same. They're aware of us. We're not, they're very
just
aware
visitors
of us.
Here.
Yeah.
It's true. That's why it's we're so temporary.
I keep hearing mine so strong. I'd like you to research the Mayans because I'm pretty sure you're a Mayan. I just keep hearing it over and over.
Mayans. It's so weird that what's Mayans? Mayan calendar. People have been talking about that. Like,
you were talking about it?
Isn't there something to do with the polar shift with the Mayan calendar?
Mhm.
Yeah. That's amazing. Yep.
Yeah, you're involved with the Mayans. I think still now to this day, you're not only a Mayan, but you've been involved and in contact with them.
I think I know who it is too, because I know who told me about the polar shift.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, and the Mayans that are living in the inside, they're quite advanced. I believe they're fourth dimensional, but they're very, very highly advanced people. And the Mayans, they are multiple dimensions as well. But I see you being a commander general there too. So I think you've been passed around.
Sounds like I'm a good
commander.
leader or something.
Yeah,
something
I do
like
believe
that.
Important factions, and it's always war. I see really a lot of war, and
which is so funny.
You're brilliant.
He hates that.
It's
life.
the weaponry.
Yeah.
I see that you created a
I
weaponry.
used to want to go into the military, but I don't know.
You created some weaponry that was not
thing.
done before, I think. Stuff that had never been seen before is the type of things that you created as far as weaponry and things.
Like in the past life or the
on a
future?
new level. This was in the past, but it will be in the future as well. This is past and future. No doubt you'll continue to create stuff we've never seen before. You're like that person that comes out with something completely different that's much more effective. The amazing mechanic that makes the scientist look bad.
Well, does that answer all your questions, sir?
Huh. Interesting.
Does that answer your questions, sir?
What was that?
Does it answer all your questions?
Oh yeah.
Okay. We're about out of time.
Okay.
But it was great. I'd like to do, if Suki is open to it, and maybe another Suki Karen day. Do you like the idea of Suki and Karen?
Yeah,
sure.
Do another one?
I mean, okay. All right.
Her ability is amazing.
Oh, thank you,
Suki.
sweetheart.
We'll definitely do another day where we can come back and you can be the medium and then she can be the psychic. I'm
very envious of seeing her future the way she does.
Everybody has their gifts, honey.
Yeah, but that's a cool one.
Right.
Okay.
Well, thank you, Kelly, and thank you, Barbara.
Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
I'm sending you hugs, Austin.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Karen.
Are you
Hugs
still on the line?
Hugs
The
back
Mayan
for
guy, are
everybody.
you still on the line?
Yeah, he's still on the line, honey.
You're an important starseed. I hope you've got some program in place because people need to hear your voice.
I'm an important what?
Okay. You're an important starseed.
Starseed. I don't know what that is.
I keep hearing that this Mayan thing is a big deal. I would imagine that they have been in contact with you, the Mayans, because I'm hearing that they have been in contact with you, so pay attention to any messages that you might get, okay?
Okay. How do they convey the messages?
Through
in
dreams
the most surprising
or
way,
just,
honey.
through dreams or just feelings. I do feel like you are 100% a Mayan and you share blood and everything with these people, and so look for communication from them.
There's so many flavors.
Okay.
I have this one too right now. It is called June Bug.
And then go do what you do best.
Really good. But these other ones I got elsewhere. Strawberry. No, I got that one here. Strawberry watermelon, I really love. And then this one in California I got, which is honeydew melon. What is this symbol? Is that
Enjoy the watermelon.
It's Barbara.
After party.
Oh, really?
I know.
I
couldn't resist.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to know if she had anything else to say.
Yeah, I was thinking,
pomegranate,
but no, pomegranate would have seeds everywhere. That would have seeds everywhere. You're
Barbara.
right.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had it on mute. I was talking about my flavors.
We could
I'm
hear
so
the whole
sorry.
conversation.
Strawberry watermelon.
Do you have enough watermelon for all of us?
Close things out.
Oh,
Are you there, Barbara?
Well, I gotta get going, guys.
Hey,
I love
everybody
talking
come by
with everybody.
Stop by.
Okay.
Bye.
Good night, sweetheart.
Awesome.
Bye, everybody.
And unique.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.